Last one, I watched TD live when we got Minkah, and I love when TD gets hype. He's one of us fans. You can tell appreciate that TD.
Fins up no matter what. Let's go.
Alamide with the $10 donation said Dolphin Collective a couple weeks ago. I sent a super chat asking Jalen Ramsey for Minkah Fitzpatrick, and y'all didn't even discuss it for more than 5 seconds. Surprised why?
I apologize because
we were wrong. We were
that
wrong.
That had to be the show that I missed because I wouldn't dismiss a question like that.
Nah, you was here. You was here in love.
We discussed it. We discussed it. I was like,
in all honesty, I don't think anyone on the panel thought he wanted to come back to Miami. I think that's
we don't know if he still wants to come back to Miami.
Yeah.
Anybody heard a damn thing from Minkah?
That is a fact. Who knows he wanted to be traded? I feel like his agent was in Pittsburgh trying to get that money, and they were like, you know what? Miami, let's talk again. I got a different voice.
Also, we got to factor in, and this is something I wrote in the Miami Herald column. I don't think if it wasn't for Minkah Fitzpatrick, I don't think Chris Grier would be in the GM of this, the head man in charge of the Miami Dolphins. That the moment where he drafted Minkah was the moment where he basically told everybody, "Shut the F up. We doing what I say." And that, yes, everybody will remember that moment as when the owner suggested we should go draft Lamar Jackson. But everybody in the room was basically like, shut up, Steve. You don't know what you're talking about.
Was that the same decision?
Yeah, it was the same conversation.
Yeah, 2018.
It was the same conversation.
Then why he's still here?
See,
like that's a fireable offense, is it not?
So everybody in the NFL would be fired too.
Yeah, because if you realize everyone passed on Lamar, and then Ravens traded back in to get him. So
I forget the team that they had an offer from. It was an offer to move down from 11. They were going to be in position to get future first round picks, but they were going to be in position. I think they were going to be like 25. And I'm making up the numbers, so don't look at the exact. I can't remember the team. They're going to be at 25, and Steve. They were debating whether they should do it. They were debating if this is the right thing. They were debating, and it got so heated, they had to take the debate from the draft room and take it into Gase's office, Gase or Tannenbaum's office. I can't remember which one. And it was just the 4 individuals in there. Gase, Ross, Tannenbaum, and Grier. And ultimately, the clock was ticking. And Grier said, I don't know what his position was, but he said, Minkah's my guy. Minkah's who I've targeted this entire draft. I'm taking Minkah. I'm in charge of the draft. I'm taking Minkah.
Here's the one piece that I don't know that's ever come out is Adam Gase did not like Lamar Jackson. Adam Gase he liked Baker Mayfield and Josh Allen in that draft. Don't know where Mike Tannenbaum stood on this.
So you mean to tell me we had 3 quarterbacks on the table that were in consideration?
Yes.
Baker Mayfield.
Buffalo jumped Miami.
Get it one. Their plan was to draft a quarterback, but it just wasn't going to be Lamar.
Yeah, because Buffalo jumped Miami and took Josh Allen.
Yes. Buffalo jumped Miami and took Josh Allen. Their plan was to get a quarterback. Grier's plan was to get Minkah. And because he was in charge of the draft, everybody had to do what Grier said. And Minkah's turned out to be a very phenomenal player.
I'd still love to know what Mike Tannenbaum's role was in all of that.
He hasn't told that story, so clearly he's not proud of it. Because he's told a zillion stories. So clearly he doesn't want to share his opinion on that matter because it's not a moment of pride.
Omar, but you're painting this as if Grier made a good decision. I don't care how good Minkah turned out to be. You messed up.
Everybody messed up in the NFL.
All I care about is we messed up. That is crazy. Like
everybody messed up. Everybody didn't have one shot. Everybody in the NFL didn't have one shot at Lamar. They had 2. And they messed up. You could have went and got him in free agency when there was a franchise tag.
That is true.
And paid the first round pick. Everybody messed up, not once, but twice.
Yeah, but Omar, you know what happened the second time when he was a free agent.
Collusion. I don't care. Collusion. I don't care. If you're Atlanta or if you're Atlanta, Carolina traded their top receiver and future first round picks.
Correct.
Get to number one when you could have just given and to select what's the crap?
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
Oh you could have just done that for Lamar Jackson.
Not if you have an agreement with the other owners that you're not going to go after Lamar Jackson.
Was Stephen Ross a part of that?
The NFL could. The
all of them were.
Independent investigators could not prove that, but I know you're right.
Anyway,
moving on.
Brian Jackson with a $20 donation. With the uncertainty of Waller, are there any chances that we could trade for Kyle Pitts as our starter and Waller as a backup? That's a good question though, because I was thinking about that, Omar, when you were talking about like the first off, we do have 1,009 people watching. Love every single one of you. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You all are amazing. When you brought up the uncertainty of him with his heart in it, is there a possibility that, say he's like, look, I tried, it's just not me, I'm not feeling this, and he's out, that the Dolphins do try to make another move at tight end, or is this it? And if this doesn't work, they're going to stick with, Tanner Connor and Julian Hill and all those guys.
Not if they don't restructure his contract. His base salary is 20, and it's fully guaranteed. It's $10.8 million. They're not paying $10.8 million for Kyle Pitts, especially when
fifth year.
Yeah, he's on his fifth year.
Fifth year option. Yeah,
and he wants a new deal. So
yeah.